What do I enjoy about my job? There's not a lot that I don't enjoy about my job.
So obviously when you graduate, the next question is, what's it going to be like working as a full-time developer? You know, in terms of how I felt it would be, maybe it's a bit more difficult, but it's obviously, in terms of the enjoyment, is still the same there.
Well, working as a dev or developer was not what I expected at all. It's actually so much better. It's just so social and relaxed. Every day is different. The work is completely flexible. You're working with different people. It's just really good.
I always kind of had in the back of my mind that I wanted to do something and push myself. But I always had the idea that I'd always be that kind of person who'd never get a career job and really enjoy it. I always thought I'd just kind of end up doing something, but not really like having a passion for it. And so when I started learning how to code by myself and using stuff like Codecademy, free online tools like that, I really enjoyed it. I mean, I was only doing HTML and CSS, but it kind of instigated or inspired me to do more. I get to go into work every day, be part of a really cool collaborative process. It's very googly, so there's the beanbags everywhere and stuff. I've got loads of flexibility to work from home, which I do quite often if I need to, and I think I'm getting into a position where I probably can start to do freelance contracting work because my skill set's more advanced, and yeah, it's a good feeling.
One of the things I love most about working at Sky is that I'm surrounded by these insanely talented developers. I just feel so lucky that I'm sat with them and I can learn so much from them every single day.
I've never been surrounded with positive people like this, do you know what I mean, in an environment like this. With previous jobs, it wasn't like this, so it's fantastic to have this sort of culture and be around it.
I saw coding as something to be such like impossibly grand thing to do. I was like, oh God, you must be a genius to do that. To be where I am now is like completely mind-blowing.
And I think it's really easy to buy into the stereotype of, to be a good coder, I have to be good at maths, or I have to be good at this, or I have to, you know, be this sort of level of IQ, and that's just not true. There are increasingly different people of different walks of life, of different minorities, of different genders and sexualities in tech, and it's becoming a lot more of an inclusive open space. So don't feel like you don't have a place there, make a place there.
I don't think you do need to be a certain type of person to code. I mean, some people think that you need to be a mathematician or science, very scientific, or have a certain type of brain, and I don't think that's the case at all. I think coding is there's such a broad scope of work available within the sector that anybody with any skill set can find a niche or find a position where they can express themselves. It's a creative industry. And you're not as good as the piece of paper you hold, you're as good as the work that you're able to do.
I find work as a developer to be really positive. I can use my brain all the time for things that I actually enjoy. In previous jobs I've not always had to do that. Sometimes you've had to do work that's not necessarily as fulfilling as development is. So yeah, it's been really positive.
I think one of the things that's fantastic is the creative freedom. When I was given my first task, I asked, what do I build it? What do I build it in? Like, what direction do I take? And the response was, what direction do you want to take? What do you want to build it in? The company's in a position now where the development team are very much pioneers. If there's a new piece of tech or a new framework, we can practice, we can have a look, we can discuss and decide what's the best thing for us to use. There's no, you're a full stack or back end or front end. You've very much got that freedom to develop and grow and bring the company along with you, which is great.
Life as a developer, yeah, it's really good fun. I enjoy the consistent education. Basically, it's not stagnant.
Working as a developer has been really good. It's definitely exceeded my expectations. Like, no 2 days have been the same. I feel challenged. I feel like I'm actually going somewhere in my career, and I finally feel sort of proud about what I do. And yeah, I'm just excited to see what comes next.
Working as a developer has been really, really exciting. So I did a few jobs beforehand, and one of the great things about working as a developer is you have a hand in making products people actually use. It's really challenging. There's a lot of stuff which is really complicated and hard to get your head around, but it's really rewarding when you get to grips with it.
Working as a developer has been amazing. I don't think I've ever been as passionate about anything as I have been now with coding.
I've found a career which I enjoy doing, and I'm in an industry which I know I want to stay in for the rest of my working life. It's been great.